Welcome back. With Easter, Christmas and other religious days recognized in the country, the Congress of Traditional Leaders now wants a day of its own. It says it's only fair that African spiritual practices should also be recognized on a holiday. Contralesa General Secretary Zolani Mkiva joins us now by Skype from Johannesburg to talk more about this. Mr. Mkiva, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Why is this such an important day for you? And would it be a holiday where we all stay home? How would it work?
Good evening to you, Mr. Mrototo, as well as the viewership of eNCA. Thank you for the opportunity and for giving us this platform to communicate with the nation. Look, our call is actually a decision that has already been taken, that we will this year establish the Ancestors' Day. We are just waiting to issue a public statement to announce that particular date and where the main event will be taking place as an inaugural ceremony. We believe that we are empowered by the very ancestors that we will be honoring to do what we want to do. We think that time has come at this juncture when our country is at crossroads, that we go for the jugular and ensure that we anoint a particular day in the calendar of the year, which talks to us as a people, so that we can begin to emancipate the African voice, so that the African voice can find resonance in terms of the things that ought to happen in our country going forward, but also to ensure the stability of our nation and to find a way forward on a number of things that have bolted since the new dispensation began. We believe that is part and parcel of our role and responsibility of giving leadership in terms of the management of the national question in our country. We cannot fold arms and let the situation to drift in the manner that we see it is drifting. We believe that we ought to combine our spirituality together with the scientific approaches that are employed when giving leadership. More importantly, we are a secular state and we acknowledge that all religions, particularly those that are not original, find expression in the African calendar. We accept that it's a reality. We are not opposed to it. All what we are doing, we want to mainstream that which talks to us.
So to be clear, my apology for jumping in there, to be clear, are you then going to be pursuing government to say, make an official declaration that this is a public holiday for Ancestors' Day where we all go out and perform the practices or use the day to observe cultural practices?
Look, thank you for that. That's a brilliant question. We have thought very hard about this. We have applied ourselves quite very well. We are making a compelling case, and we think that the government, as a government of the people, is compelled to do what we are starting. We have full confidence that in 3 to 5 years' time, five-year time, this Ancestors' Day will be official in the calendar of South Africa as a starting point. But we're not going to leave it there because we believe that the Ancestors' Day must cut across the African continent. And South Africa will be the launching pad and the springboard wherein we escalate this into the entire continent together with the diaspora of the continent. We are quite convinced that our government will accept and they will gazette this in few years' time.
Don't we already have such a day, though, in Heritage Day in September? Because when you look up the definition, which I'm looking at now, it says Heritage Day is a South African public holiday celebrated on the 24th of September. On this day, South Africans are encouraged to celebrate their culture and the diversity of beliefs and traditions in the wider context of a nation that belongs to all its people. So does Heritage Day not do what you're seeking to achieve?
The Heritage Day is a very important day which harnesses our heritage, as the name talks for itself, both intangible and intangible heritage. And it talks to all citizens of South Africa, irrespective of their background. It talks to the Indian people, it talks to the people of European origin, it talks to us as Africans. But what we are talking about Ancestors' Day that talks to us as Africans, as the original owners of this land, as the aborigines of Africa, so that our spirituality can be catered for in the African calendar. So I am saying then, it will not only complement the Heritage Day, but what it will do, it will mainstream African spirituality so that we as Africans have our own thing and our own thing only that talks to us as a people who have been traumatized, terrorized by coloniality, so that we can rewrite our future, rewrite our history, so that we can take our ancestors along as we take that new journey. We believe that we omitted something very, very important and strategic when we crossed the Rubicon into the new South Africa.
All right.
That we negated our ancestors, so that they are part and parcel of our lives. We think that the chaos that is happening and the crisis that is happening in our country is as a result of us having negated our ancestors, so that they are central in everything that we do for the nation.
Zolani Mkiva, Contralesa General Secretary, always great to speak to you. Thank you.